there's not many backdrops like this in central London, let alone the world. I just look at all these cars, and that brings me to, which would you say is your favourite car of all time?
Ooh. That's the worst question to ask a car journalist.
It is,
It's a horrible question.
I know, it's a challenge.
Just looking out here, you know, within my eye line, I can see a 288 GTO, one of my all-time favorites. I can see a Testarossa, the ultimate 80s car. You know, and some amazing cars. There's a Project 7 Jaguar there, which I love. But all-time favorite car, I have to be honest, I was hoping to see it here, and it's not here.
Okay.
Because
that intrigues us.
Yeah, because I saw a video from last year, and Harry Metcalf. From Harry's Garage videos, if you haven't checked them out, check them out.
I was going to say, that makes me think of all the things he's got, like the Mercedes Hammer.
He's got tons of cars, he's got tons of cars, but he brought a car here. I think he brought the Lotus Esprit that he just bought, and he brought that here. And I was hoping to see that, but obviously hasn't turned up this year. But my all-time favorite is, in fact, and it goes right back to when I first saw Roger Moore dive into the water in a white Lotus Esprit. It has to be the Lotus Esprit.
That just makes me tingle, because that's what I remember it from as well. Despite You Love Me. That is absolutely fabulous car. Right, well, capitalising on that, which is your favourite car of today then?
Of today? Yes. Ooh, that is a tricky one. Okay, to be honest, then I'm going to cheat and just go for the 288 GTO there. I've always struggled to decide whether the F40 is my favorite car.
Yeah.
And as I was telling you the story earlier, wasn't I?
Yes.
The dedication to the F40 was such that when the F40 first came out, and me and my buddies, when the very first model was going to come out, we'd gone to Hamleys to buy one. They said, we haven't got it yet, but it's coming out on so and so day.
Yeah.
Right. So we all saved up our 10 quid, 15 quid, whatever it was, and we were waiting outside Hamleys for it to open so we could rush in and buy our Borrego model.
South Park episode, waiting for the shop to open.
So F40 to me is a legendary thing, but I've always been a sucker for the shapes and the curves of a 288 GTO.
I was going to say, because they're not what you call the same, are they? They are completely different animals. Yeah.
One is a derivative of the other.
Yeah.
But the essence of the original is in the 288.
Yeah.
I love the Magnum era.
Exactly. Magnum PI.
The other thing is, like what you touched on just there, is that you identify a car through how you were exposed to it.
Yes.
And for me, a lot of my exposure to cars came from TV shows and movies, you know. And I think that's a lot of how I related to cars. I mean, we were talking earlier with Mike, who's behind the camera as well, about the Jaguars, and we were looking at the XJ, and I said I love XJC because of the car that Steed drove in the New Avengers, which was a broad-speed one-off XJC.
Yeah.
You know, and I absolutely love that. So for me, just quickly jumping around here and saying which is the car, I'll go for the 288 GTO because that's an easy one for me.
That's nice. Yeah,
although it's a really hard question.
Yeah, well, it is, isn't it?
I mean, there's a bunch of Miuras over there that are gorgeous.
Seven Miuras. My word, you don't normally see more than two in a place.
So hang on. So now your turn. Which is your all-time favorite, and then which is your favorite from here?
Ah, right. Okay. No, yeah. As you said, that is a challenge and a half.
Come on, all-time favorite you must have. That must be at the top of your head, surely.
Yeah, I know what your all-time favorite must be.
It's getting help from behind the camera.
BMW i8.
The i8 is definitely up there.
That is a car that you said you would just buy.
Oh, I would. Yeah, definitely. The i8, after driving that, the experience of it, especially the X-Drive one, I would have one of those tomorrow. Because, I mean, the 30-mile electric range and the 3-cylinder Mini Cooper engine. Yeah, but that's immense.
Yeah, but that's far too practical. We're talking about what is your ultimate car. It's like, okay, fine. If you had your 3-car garage, you can have your i8. I'll give you that.
Okay, good.
Fine.
Thank you.
But the car that you put on the pedestal, what is it? Dude,
There's two in my mind.
Go on, name the two.
Countach.
Yes.
And F50.
There's one there, black one. And then F50.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Totally different.
Okay, I'll push you to the contest.
Yeah.
Because the F50 to me was a follow-up to the F40, but the Contact is original. There's just nothing that can touch that car. The ultimate poster supercar. It is the ultimate supercar.
Definitely. Cannonball Run.
Ultimate. Again, movies.
Two hot women driving around, spraying out a sign and zoom and off, and then spraying it off, and it changed its colour.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was the second one.
Yeah. Immense. Yeah. I mean, that is just one of those, and the F50 was, in my opinion, just a far more radical version of the F40.
Yeah.
It's just more raw, but it seems to have a softened front for some reason.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you've cheated there, because I was going to ask you your favourite car at the show, but you've got, because the Contact is at the show.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what. Let's go back.
Okay.
Let's go back to the 3-car garage.
Yeah.
So you've got the BMW i8.
Yeah.
You've got the Countach in there.
Yeah.
Go on. You pick one more now.
Mark II Golf GTI.
Ah, there's one of those. Well, there's a Mark 1
Mark
here.
one.
There's a Mark 1 here.
Yeah.
But a Mark 2, yeah. Okay, that's logical.
Yeah.
8 valve or 16?
16.
There you go.
Had the 8, had the 16, 16.
Yeah. Golf. Wasn't somebody recently say that's all the car you ever actually need?
Yeah. We saw him when we left Goodwood, didn't we? We saw, what was it? What was the plate? Michael caught it out of the corner of his eye and he said, I recognise that number plate.
Like, basic number plate was Jezza.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Oh, he
yeah.
actually does have that number plate.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
Thank you.
Thanks.